Okay, we're golden. Let's pray. Let's do this. Thank you, Jesus, so much for this day. Thank you again for another opportunity to stream and hang out with these people all over around the world. Lord, I pray your blessing over everyone that's here now and everyone that might join throughout the stream. Lord, I pray your blessing over my work. Help me to work well and with excellence and to create work that is just beautiful and well received by my client. And I thank you for your goodness, Lord. In your name I pray. Amen. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's keep working on the buildings, guys. We're gonna finish this today. We've got to finish this today. I want to finish the city backdrop today. Okay, we got this. Need you guys to help me stay on track. Okay, just want to make sure we're live everywhere. Yep, we're good on YouTube, good on Purple, good on TikTok, I think. TikTok's going on with you, connected. Okay, cool. Join. Okay, we're good. Awesome, beautiful. Let's do this. Feels like cheating. What feels like cheating? Where's my? I feel naked. My ring is gone. Just wear this. I don't know where I have this or where it came from. It's not actually a ring, but it's like this rubber. Oh, I know what it is. I think it's like one of those cable ties. Like it comes with a cable, like if you buy a phone or get a device or something, and it's pretty much fits like the size of my finger. It's like the size of my ring. That's why I had it on my desk. I think one time I was wearing it. Yeah, that works. That fits. It's a little small, like you can see it kind of like squeezing my finger, but it's comfortable. Oops, sorry. It's comfortable. It doesn't hurt. Okay, let's do this, guys. I worked a little bit before stream on this. I wanted to, last time we talked, or yesterday on stream, we were working on the city backdrop for the game. So obviously we have the 3D city right here, but for the backdrop, instead of it just being bare and empty, we want a 2D backdrop to fill in the gaps. See, like right here, boop, we want to see some city back there, see that? Without it, it's like just bare and empty, which just doesn't look too bad here because there's a lot going on here, but in areas where it's a little more bare, like let's move right here. It's like there's nothing back there. Then we turn that city backdrop on and then boom, we got some stuff back there. And that's what we're working on now, but here the problem is that as you move from left to right in this game, it becomes nighttime, and then the city buildings don't have any lights on, which doesn't look the bad. It actually looks kind of good with just a silhouette there, but it's also, it's kind of eerie because it's almost like an abandoned city because there's no lights on at night, and there should be lights on at night. So I need to work on that for the 3D buildings, the main ones that you like interact with, but I'm working on that right now for the backdrop buildings. So in Blender geometry nodes, see, like right now, this is our city backdrop image that we're going to be rendering. But when is beta? Soon. I thought it'll be ready before summer. It's still summer, okay? It's still summer. It's July now. I'm hoping to be done in the next 3 weeks with this game, 3 to 4 weeks. And so then release date, August still. I think August is still summer, right? August release date. That's dependent on my client though. My client is going to decide when it releases. August, maybe September, but I'm trying to push this, get this done quickly as possible. So you guys help me stay on task. Makes it look foggy. Yes, so it does. So there is fog in the game, which I like, and especially as you get towards the end and nighttime, the fog increases. But yeah, I want silhouette there, but I also want some windows lit up. So in geometry nodes, or rather, let me say in the shader, move you guys over here temporarily. In the shader for these buildings, like we already have all of the UVs for the windows separated, so it's very easy to make them emit, right? And I can make them turned off or on. The problem is that this makes every single window is like this, and that's not realistic. When buildings have lights on from windows, it's from only certain windows, not all of them. So right before stream, I worked on some more geometry nodes magic where, hey, Mr. Mark, what's up, dude? Resubbed for 6 months. That's awesome. Dude, Mr. Mark, you weren't here yesterday. It's good to see you. How have you been? For digital artists, use a dark and multiply layer and pick a blue purple brush. That's true, Scarlet. That's true. Mr. Mark, dude, it's good to see you again. I hadn't streamed in a few weeks, so yesterday was my first day back on stream, And it was so awesome seeing familiar faces, but I didn't see you yesterday, Mr. Mark, so it's good to see you today. Thanks for being here. I don't know why I'm not hearing alerts. Did you guys hear the sound for that alert? For the flicker alert, the overlay on stream? Did you guys hear it? Test, test, test. Okay, you guys can hear me on TikTok, right? Stream alerts. Wait. Stream alert should be coming through here, and that's all on. Right? No. Music. No, OBS. There. So it should be coming through here. Could someone else do an alert somehow? I don't know how you would do that, but if you haven't, okay, if you're on TikTok, drop a follow. Oh no, wait, I don't get alerts from TikTok. Shoot. If you're lurking on Twitch or YouTube and you haven't followed or subscribed, then do that. Chaotic gifted subs to viewers. What the heck, dude? Gifting 1 sub to Pixel community. Dude, Chaotic, you're awesome. I didn't hear the alert. Did you guys hear it? Shoot. I should have been monitoring it. That was my bad. Did you guys hear anything? You heard it? Okay, awesome. Okay, good. That's all that matters. As long as you guys hear it, that's it. I don't need to hear it, I guess. I'd like to hear it. Wait. Oh, I can't hear anything. I can't even hear my music. So problem is my sound. I hope I don't break something. Please don't break something. Okay. Sound is replugged back in. Test, test, test. I still don't hear music. Do you guys hear the music? Yeah, I don't hear music on my end. Shoot. But you guys, I'm pretty sure hear it. Hear it in my headphones. Everything's plugged in up there. Oh well, I'm not gonna worry about it. I don't need to hear it. I would like to hear it. Reset for 5 months. Sign in. What the heck, dude? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. I wish I could hear those alerts. Shoot. Hype train level 1. What the frick? That's awesome. We never get hype train. Well, we've gotten hype train like twice in my whole life of streaming. Okay, stream focus, why are you doing this to me? It's doing that bug again. We're getting double sub alerts. Oh, it's actually not a bug. So the problem is it's getting one alert in stream focus for the actual event, and then it's getting another alert in stream focus for when the viewer chooses to show the alert as a chat message. So Chaotic's gift just happened as an event, but he didn't choose to show it, I think. The others chose to oh no, it showed it. Yeah, I don't get it. I've got a lot of work to do on stream focus. Stream focus has been on the back burner lately, unfortunately, to my dismay. But when I finish this game and these big contracts I have over the next few weeks, then I'll be able to jump back into stream focus, which I'm very excited about. Okay, let's do this. Twitch has been popping off OML. What does OML mean? Oh my life? We got 8 viewers. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Played on my end. Stream is so delayed. The stream is delayed? should not be delayed. Argument, thanks so much for the sub. Oh, Pesky, what's up, dude? Pesky, hey, how's it going? Thanks for saying hi. I hear, is this, yes, this is Blender. So I'm using Unity for the game, and I'm using Blender to make this city backdrop, which I need to get back into. Let me just catch up on chat real quick. Oh, hey, Pixel, how much do you know about PC stuff? A lot. I know a lot about PCs. What you mean you aren't focused on stream focus? Yes, exactly. We're low to each stream over here for real, unlike another app with talk. Oh, throwing shade at other platforms. That's a dangerous game, Chaotic. The stream has a 40-second delay. What do you mean your stream? Like your stream that you run, or my stream that you're watching? Hello, yeah, not too bad, thank you. Work is busy at the minute, but can't complain, I guess. How are you doing? I'm doing really good, Mr. Mark Mister. I'm glad to hear that you are doing well as well. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. You're a very skilled person and dream to be like you, dude. Tony, just keep following, keep watching. I showcase how I do stuff. I'm about to do something really cool that I'm about to show you guys. Just keep watching, keep learning. Be not teachable. Like be teachable, yes, but that's not the word I'm looking for. Be zealous to learn. Watch tutorials. You can be here one day. After 20 years, you can be here one day. I'm just joking. I've been doing this type of stuff for 20 years. That's why I say that. Okay. So pretty much so far, like what I was just describing, guys, I can pretty much turn either all the windows on for every single building or all of them off. But that's not good, obviously. That's unrealistic. So let me turn all these buildings off. Empty. So here's what we have. Okay, turn that off. So this is all buildings off. Nope, hold on. All buildings off. Or sorry, all window lights off, and then all window lights on. It would be fine. It would be okay. It would be passable, I guess. But I want to make this more realistic, where only some windows are on, a random amount of windows. So what I did is I used in the shader graph for materials, I took an attribute called window on, which I'll talk about in a second, and then I multiplied that by this image texture that we have for the emission, and then plugged that into the color. So now when I change this, actually before I change this value, or no, hold on, change the value in geometry nodes. Let me go to geometry nodes real quick. Select this. So here's all the geometry nodes that we used to build this little city with all the buildings that we have, okay? And the main thing that these geometry nodes are doing is taking all of our buildings and organizing them by height. So it keeps track of which buildings are super tall, i.e. skyscrapers, and which buildings are super small, i.e. restaurants, houses, stuff. And then it puts the taller buildings up in the middle towards the city center, and then all the, sorry, those are the big buildings, and then the smaller buildings it puts out towards the outskirts. And then I can control like where that city center is by changing where are we at? There's so many nodes here. Not that. Where is it? I've lost it. I've lost it. Okay, full screen. Set sort buildings by size. No. Create grid. No. Instance buildings on grid. Here we go. There we go. Center of city. Oh, it's because I moved it way down there for editing stuff. Okay, there we go. Found it. I found it. Ah, I messed it up. Boom. Here it is. Okay. So here's the center. If I have it at 0, 0, 0, the center is right there. But I can move the center over to the right or to the left on the x-axis. Or if I want it to go back and forth, I could do it on the y. So that's the center of the city. Z I don't think would work because that's just up and down. And that's, yeah, that wouldn't work. So I have this node right here that controls like the left and right. So at first I had the city in the very middle. But that doesn't really match up with the game, because in the game, if you'll look at these 3D buildings here, I kind of have the city over towards the right, like the top part, or the big part, and then the suburbs area towards the left. So I kind of wanted to match that backdrop image to match up with the city, so that you see the same type of buildings in the background that you're interacting with in the actual game. So lots of cool stuff with the geometry nodes that we're doing here to actually build the city and build it out. So I did something else right before stream this morning. I took the material that all of the windows are assigned to, and then I added I randomized the selection of that, and then stored that named attribute of as window on. So a random amount of windows based on these two nodes right here are given the attribute window on. So then in the shader graph, I can use that attribute window on with a multiply node to choose which windows get turned on and off. So now check this out. So now when I go back to the geometry nodes, okay, I can change this value right here, and this will change how many windows are on or off. You guys ready for this? Watch this. So right now it's 1, which means all the windows are on. If I change it to 0, all the windows are off. The window lights are off. But now if I change this between 0 and 1, check this out. You see that? So any value between 0 and 1. Can I clamp this? Why can't I clamp this? Can't clamp a less than. Wish I could clamp it. Clamp. Let's do this. Let's do that, and then value is 1, but clamped to 0 or 1. No, I want my slider to be clamped. Can I do that? Can I? No, wait. Shift A value. Can I clamp this between 0 and 1? Let's see. Properties. Node. Man, that would be cool. You should be able, in Blender, you should be able to clamp a node value so that I can't just drag this to, like, I want to be able to only drag this between 0 and 1. I'm surprised they don't have that in Blender. You'd think they would. Maybe they do and I just don't know how to do it. Oh well, we don't need that. Okay, so here is all windows off, all windows on, but we want a random value in between 0 and 1. So something like that. That looks pretty good. So this mostly works, I noticed this morning, because basically using the quads, the faces of these windows, which most of these work. It is a little awkward in places like this where you would see part of a window illuminated, but this one these up here not, and that's not entirely realistic. Like, I feel like all of these should be illuminated, because essentially a room, you'd want the room inside that building to fully illuminate the windows. But it's so small, it's going to be in the background. I'm not worried about that. What I am worried about is some buildings are still have triangle, like this right here. That looks terrible. I've got to fix that. So there's only a few that I'll need to manually fix, like this one right here. Look at that. If I turn wireframe mode on, or wireframe, you can see why it's doing that. So it's essentially the way that this setup is working is it's doing it by which faces have the Windows material on it and then randomly selecting from that. So if it uses like this building, this is a whole face right here. So it can randomly select and deselect and it works great. But windows where it's like this, where it uses multiple faces for a window, that's broken. It doesn't work. And it doesn't, there's only like 2 or 3 buildings that are like that, so it shouldn't take too long to manually fix. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and then we're gonna do something a lot more fun with this. Where's wireframe? Come on, there we go. Actually, I think I'm gonna do the fun part first. Let's do the fun part first. So we need to render this as 2D images like we've already done. So if I just press F12 to render, show you guys this, which you guys, those who were here on stream yesterday, you already saw this part. But so here's the image. Okay, here's the, except it has the random lights on now, which looks good. So here's the image that we're rendering out, and that's gonna go in Unity back here. But at nighttime, it'll show the random lights on, which will look good. But I don't just want one image back here. I do want a little bit of parallax. So we're going to split this image into like 3 layers of images. So to do that, I have these nodes right here. And these nodes essentially let me crop this whole city. So what we can do is, because negative 51 and 51 is the outer bounds. So if I change this, if I do that, you'll see I'm cropping the city. So I can render that as an image, and then I can move the crop a little bit further that way, like that, and then render that as an image. So, and then keep going, keep going, keep going. So we kind of have like a sandwich of image layers that we can put in the backdrop of the game. However, something fun that I kind of want to do is, you saw how kind of awkward it was for me to edit these values and kind of like figure out like where I should be at. I want to simplify this for my own use case, and this is the fun part. I'm going to show you guys like a little bit how you can use geometry nodes to do that. So what I want to do is I want to make it so that instead of editing these 2 values individually, I want to just edit one value to choose the size of the crop, and then I want to edit another value to choose where that crop happens, and that'll be a ton easier. So negative 51 and 51, like that can always be the same value. So I'm actually just going to duplicate this. I'm going to call this F2 size of crop. I'm just going to set this, I'll set it at 51, that's fine. And I'm going to, I'll just go ahead and disconnect these for now. And then I'm going to do a math add. So this one before was working as negative 51. So, and this was positive 51. So I'm actually going to do add down here. And then math subtract. I'm going to do this up here. Okay. And then I'll delete these in a second. But what we're going to do is I'm going to set this to 0 and this to 0. Set this size of crop value right here to the bottom and this down to here. So what this is essentially saying is 51 minus, no wait, sorry. It's saying 0 minus 51, which equals negative 51. So that's the same as that. So if we plug that in there, that is the exact same, this right here, whoops. These 2 nodes together are the exact same thing as this right here. Negative 51, this is 0 minus 51. And then down here, we want this to be 51. So we just do that right there. Because it's 51, it's 0, add 51. So it equals 51. So this node and this node equal positive 51. And this node and this node equal negative 51, which is what we want. So now we can just delete this. So now with just this one node, I can change this to easily change the size of the crop. See that? Isn't that cool? So, and now it's really easy for me to dial in like how many buildings I want to render at one time as an image layer. So that'll make rendering a lot faster for me. So I'll change this back to 51 to show the whole city for now. But then I also want to be able to change where the crop is happening. And that value is just this right here. It's the 0, because right now 0 is the middle of the city, the middle of the crop. So if I change this here, you'll see if I change this 0 to like -3 and this 0 to -3, it's moving the crop there. If I change this to 5 and 5, it's moving it right there. So all I have to do is duplicate this, and we'll call this location of crop. Set this to 0. Plug that into the 0 value, plug that into the 0 value, and now when I drag this, it's changing the location of where the crop is taking place. So I can change the size of the crop and then the location of the crop. Isn't that cool? Geometry Nodes is just awesome. That's so cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna choose like a size of crop, probably like somewhere around there. We'll do like 12. And then location of crop is going to be right there at the center, or right there at the start. So we'll render this layer first, and then we'll go a little bit further back. Oops, sorry. Render that layer, and then that layer, and then that layer, and then that layer. So we'll have like 4 or 5 layers maybe, and then we'll bring those into Unity, and we'll add some distance to them, and that'll add some parallax. So I'm excited about that. It's gonna be fun. So location of crop 0. I'll go back to 51. Boom. Cool. Let me catch up on chat real quick, and then we'll keep progressing. Oh, you fixed the delay? Okay, cool. I've been using Blender since I was 14 years old, and I'm 34 now, so 20 years. 20 years. Must have missed so much. No, you haven't missed a lot. You're good. Got my hard drive replaced with an SSD. Got everything reinstalled and stuff, but just found out I can't connect Bluetooth device anymore. Is that due to the SSD or something else? You can't connect Bluetooth devices anymore? The only thing you replaced on your computer is the hard drive? So your computer has Bluetooth cyanide from a Bluetooth device in your computer. Or if you don't have it built into the computer, you can get a dongle that plugs into the USB port of your PC, and that can receive Bluetooth signals. But if you just swapped out a hard drive, that should not affect Bluetooth, so something's buggy there. What did your client say about adding I did not ask my client about fish. We drive related, probably, depending on what. Yep, that's very, very possible, Mr. Mark. Yes, I use NVIDIA. I know a little about this. Elizabeth Yates, what's up? Welcome to stream. I got a laptop with an SSD card slot. That's where the SSD was put in. Okay, yeah, that should not affect Bluetooth. It's free, you can pay for a place for this. Yeah, I can't wait for him to read chat and read my previous message that I highlighted. Yes, Kato. Oh, you're good, Sai. I got an ad. Don't read chat right now. Ad's done. What I missed. Yeah, I'm sure you got. Hey, Void and Eric. Eric is here. Thanks for the follows, guys. How did the mobile game go? Still going. We're working on it right now. Why not ask him to add fish? Okay. Oh gosh, Gato. Reason why we don't need fish is because you're never even going to be in the water. Dude, fan club. What? Sky, thanks for the roses and the heart me. Thank you so much. You guys are way too kind. This is why we don't need fish, Gato, okay? Actually, maybe we could use a fish. This is why we don't need fish. Okay, I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to take you guys to the docks. As good as this water looks, we're never going to be inside it. Okay, let me press play. I'm stuck in the pole. Hope that doesn't glitch him. Nope, okay, we're good. As good as this water looks, we're not going to be able to go inside it. Now, right now, I do have zoning off, so technically I can go. Oh, no, I have zoning on. Let me turn it off real quick. Bloop. Oh, bloop. Now I can go inside it. Blomp. So yeah, technically you'll never be able to go here in the game because the zoning blocks this area off. Where's my UI? Oh, I turned it off. Okay. But it would be kind of cool. Like now that you mention it, Gato, for like the 100th time about adding fish. Now that you mention it, I'm thinking like maybe you see a fish like jump out of the water and splash back in every once in a while randomly. That could be a thing. We might could do it. We might could do it. We'll see. We'll see. Oh. Can you draw a fish in? Oh my gosh. I'll draw a fish in Blender. How about that? Gato. Fish. There we go. Okay. Okay, here's your fish, Gato. Are you ready? Oh, it's black. White. There's Gato's fish. Are you happy, Gato? It kind of looks like a bow tie with a rounded side to it. How long since the street boss fight in def? How long since the street boss fight? What do you mean, how long since the street boss fight? Scott, I was supposed to be candidates joined last week. Today's workout put me in a bad mood. Oh, I'm sorry. Usually when I exercise, I'm in like a great mood. Now put him the game temper. Oh my gosh. The atomic bomb. Oh gosh. Okay, just for you. Save as. Oh my gosh, why am I doing this? Okay, you guys are supposed to be keeping me on track today. I'm supposed to get this city backdrop done today. Fish. RGBA. Save as image. Oh my gosh. E2 in mobile game, 2 in assets, duplicate, graphics, fish, copy, images, fish. Okay. Go to the player. Bring our fish in. No, not as a material. Ugh. Game object, 3D object, quad. There. There's your fish. Gosh, dude. There's Gato's fish. It's not hitting the fish. Why is that? Here we go. Thank you. You're welcome. I'll do you one better. Okay, I'll do you one better. Fish, transparent, fish, fly. Wait, there was no alpha in that image? No. Should be alpha, that's weird. Huh? Sorting priority? There we go. There you go, Gato. Gato's fish. Oh my gosh, dude. We'll even make it jump. You ready? Watch the game view. Here we go. Splash. Splash. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Okay, we gotta get back to work. This morning, go to boot camp, found my cat in the car. How did your cat get in the car? Yes, you better take it as a birthday gift, Gato. You better take it. Happy birthday. You know, food heals you in games, fish is food. Okay, thanks. Hardcore YouTube, thanks for the follow, means a lot. You're trying to get the camera angles for a boss fight in a build-up. You're trying to get the camera angles for a boss fight in a build-up. Not sure what you mean. So this dock area is the very end of the level, and this is where you fight the final boss. I do have the final boss. He's right here. I just have him turned off. Here he is. Why is he so little? Oh, I'm just, it's a camera trick. I'm just up and towards the camera. I still need to work out the boss fight. The boss fight has not been completed yet. All he does is walk towards you and starts fighting. And he does like some punches and kicks and stuff, but he doesn't have his full move set in here yet, and it doesn't deal damage. So I need to work on that. That's one of the biggest tasks left. Fish in the background. We gotta finish the city backdrop. So back to it. We're going back to it. Stop distracting me, Gato. Looks like a head and shoulders if you turn it sideways. Oh yeah, it does. Like a head and shoulders with the bottom cropped off. Yeah. I'll never be able to thank you enough for this fish. You got that right, Gato. Thanks for the follow. The chair means a lot. Left the window partly. Oh, okay. Wait, so you left it partly open and your cat got up and through the. That's crazy. Reminds me of Bye Bye Buddy from Elf. Bye Bye Buddy. Hope you find your dad. It had a bank involved. Oh, the cutscene. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah, that part's done. Let me go show you. But I gotta stop getting distracted. I gotta do the city backdrop. Okay, this is the last thing. Yeah, that was a cutscene. So I have cutscenes off right now, but let me turn it on. Cutscene on. That's what you're talking about. Okay, yeah, so it's a cutscene. This is where you first get introduced to the boss in this level. You're here. Let me turn my controls on. Okay. So you're here, you hit this trigger point, and then boom. He busts through. I still need to do like a scan with the characters. Bust through, and then back to you. Boom. And then you fly up to here. This is the next cutscene. You land right here. And you hit this cutscene. He busts through the top with his goons. And then he says, I don't have time for this. I still gotta put audio in. Busts through his own goons. And then he jumps up, runs off. Boom. Oh, that's so good, dude. I love those cutscenes so much. And then you fight these goons. Oh, guys, I worked on something off stream that I didn't tell you guys about yesterday. Shoot. I gotta show you this, okay? So, goons, the thugs, the bad guys, they can now fight you when you're in the air, and they could not do that before. Let me show you. I forgot to show you guys this yesterday. Shoot. This took a while to get working. So all of these guys have pew-pews right now, I think. Yes, they all have pew-pews. Okay. Where's my canvas? Get out of here. I need to work on that a little bit. Okay, so let me fly some up in the air. So now they can actually aim up at you. Watch this. I'm zooming in a little bit. You see that? Oh, I'm dead. Oh, and I added ragdoll physics. God, oh my gosh, so much stuff I haven't showed you guys. Dang. So yeah, so when you get knocked out, DIE now, you will ragdoll physic. You will ragdoll from ragdoll physic. That's, my gosh. You will ragdoll. My canvas, come back. I can't see my health. I need to make it so you can still jump even if you're wounded. That's kind of annoying that you can't jump. So up in the air, so they can shoot up at and aim up at drip. See that? Look at that. So they aim up at you. And so now, like, I can also hold my shield in the air towards them, and it will always track towards them. It's like, it's so satisfying being up in the air, holding a shield and like hovering around. And see, all I'm doing is holding down shield, but Drip, the main character, the player, is tracking towards the bad guys when he's close to them. But if you like get far enough away, he won't track towards them, and you go back to normal flying. It's like it's so what's the word? It's so satisfying. No, that's not the word. Can't think of a word. See how he's like tracking them, so he'll always be facing them. And then see, he's blocking bullets now because you're holding the shield to block. Then if you let go, then he's getting hit. So like, let me show you guys another ragdoll death. Let me get rid of shield. I also made it so that your player will revive health if you run away and live long enough. He'll revive his health. That's why it keeps reviving. Come on, ragdoll. Oh, I ran out of infinium, so I can't fly anymore. That was a glitch. Let me get some more infinium real quick. I need to make the cars have more health. They currently get destroyed in 2 deaths. Oh, there we go. The ragdoll death when he's running. He just face planted. So I had some actual death animations that I was using before, but they only worked when you were on the ground. If you were like up in the air, then the ground animation would play and he would like fall over and die, but he would be floating in midair while doing it, and it just looked terrible. And I was like, I tried so many different ways to make the death animation still work while you're in the air. I tried to make it like, if the enemies shoot you while you're in the air and you die, then it will just like slowly keep you hovering and land on the ground, and then he falls over, and it just wasn't working good. So I was like, I need to do ragdoll physics for the main character, so I did that. I wasn't wanting to add ragdoll to the game, but I did. So that's that. Okay, back to the city backdrop. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Oh my gosh, stupid fish. Okay. Oh my gosh. Layout. Here we go. Okay. So where were we? We just built the crop feature. So we can change the size of the crop and the location. So that's good. Now I just need to work out this, the window bug. So most buildings are fine, but there's some buildings that don't look good, like that hotel. I'm actually just gonna go through one by one and see which ones look good and which ones don't. So let's turn, first off, move you guys real quick. Turn that off, turn all the buildings on, and then turn all the buildings. Hate that you can't do that. Turn all the buildings off. This might take a while. Thankfully, only a few of the buildings have the issue. Okay. I'm gonna keep you guys over here for now. This is the best stream ever. Gato, thank you. That means a lot. Looks sick. Thanks, Deadpool Boss. Is there a way to make the HUD appear on play? Sorry, I'm Unreal Engine 5 to. Oh yeah. So it does. I'm sorry. I just have it off. Yeah. So I typically have the canvas on all the time. So like now when you play, like it'll be on by default. And that's how it is in the game. I just had it off before. See, like I start the game and it's on. It works. I just had it off before because I was working on placing the city backdrop images, and it was kind of hard to see it very well with all the UI in the foreground. So I just had it turned off. But yeah, it's on all the time by default. Sorry, I made us waste all the budget on. It's fine, Gato. It's fine. It was fun. It's a fun little side quest. Moving the fish would be a waste of time. Don't move the fish, it's time lost. That's true. That's true. Yeah, so this is Unity right here, but this right here is Blender. Yes. Okay, let's turn the buildings on one at a time. Boop. Let's see if the windows are good or not. Let me see if I get all chat first. Call the fish Bob. I think I'm gonna call it Gato. I think the fish's name is Gato, because Gato's the one that's been begging me for the fish this whole time. Okay. Where's my windows? Oh, shoot. The windows only work when I'm using the geometry node version of these buildings, not just the raw building by itself. So I'm gonna have to go into the shader and just make all the windows on for now. No, wait, hold on. I don't even need that. I can just look at the geometry of the windows. Wireframe, boop. Yeah, so these windows need to be quad. Wait, why are they not quads? I thought I selected Alt-J. Can you not Alt-J 2 buildings at a time? Edit mode. Alt-J. You can. It still won't fix our problem, because we don't just need an Alt-J, we also need to fix some of the windows. But I'll go ahead and do that right now. Let's see. Alt-J. Okay, now we've got all quads, so that should help some. Now let's turn them all off and just make sure all of our windows are good. Some of them are still going to be messed up, but we'll fix it. Turn everything off. Okay. So these windows should be good because they're all planes now. So off, on. This guy, just making sure all windows are just quads. Yep, that one will work. This one, so yeah, here's an issue right here. These windows are gonna show up oddly. Need to move you guys a little bit. Because this is, I just need to make that a face. There we go. Face by itself. Full face, full face. Okay, that building's done. The building has no windows. This one needs to be, it's a full face. Okay, good. This one's good. 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 Not good. Okay. So let's select all the windows. Actually, I won't be able to do it that way. Shoot. You can select all the windows by material. No? Can't select windows? Why can't I select? Are those not windows? Let me look in the UVs of this, because I thought I had everything. So I thought windows were always these colors, but looks like well, these won't be turned on anyway if it is a window, so I'm not worried about that. Okay. Layout. Okay, so that building should be good. Should be good. Good. I could just look in the final city and see which buildings there have the issue and then go find that building. It'd be a little faster. The problem is I don't know the names of those buildings if it's just all in one big city. I don't know the name of what I'm looking for. This has no windows. Probably don't even want that one in the city. Good. Good. If I miss something, then call it out in chat. These windows up here. Need to be a face, single face. That doesn't have any windows. No windows. Good. We're moving, guys. We're moving. No windows. Good. 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 We will know it when we see it, because like, let me go back to the problem. Our render. Like, look at that building. You see that? How some of the paint, I mean, it's hard to see, but some of the panes are on and some are off. It's that building, and then it's also, there's another really bad problem. This one right here. It's really the buildings right here that are, what are those types of building called? They're like, or types of windows called. It's like rectangle at the bottom and circle at the top. Arch windows? I don't know what they're called. This one here, the hotel, those are the hotels. I'm pretty sure those are hotels. That one there. Yeah. We just gotta keep looking for that. Boop. Here's a really bad one. Yep, that's it. That's exactly where the problem is right there. I mean, it asked, did you help Kenji with his model? No, I did not. I haven't done any work for Kenji yet. Still trying to get something going with him. We had talked in DMs a while back about doing some type of game design stuff together, where like I make games for him or something. I actually probably shouldn't talk about this on stream since we haven't finalized anything. But I will say, Kenji and I have been DMing. We've DM'd a few times. We've talked about the possibility of doing some game stuff together, but nothing's come of it yet, so still talking through that. Already named the fish Barry, but okay, I like the honorable mention. Purely, what's up, dude? Welcome. OG Windows? OG? I've never heard that before. OG Windows. Because we got 7 subs on Twitch. We'll get to 10. We are on our way to 10. An OG window? No, not an OG window. Those are kind of like sharp at the top. This is what it's saying is an OG window. See, it's not quite arc at the top. Yours is just called window with square bottom and circle top. A radius window or an arch top window or a half moon window. I like arch top window. That makes the most sense. Arched windows, yeah. Okay, so how are we going to fix all these windows quickly? We might not be able to. I'm probably just gonna have to. If I select, see if I just press F, so I can. Oh no, shoot. Shoot. I can press F right here and make all of these into one face, which is exactly what I want. But I don't think I can do that selecting them all at the same time. I'm gonna try. Because if I just press F right now, I thought it was gonna like try to make one face that was combined in between all of them. Oh my gosh, dude, that's perfect. That's exactly what I need. It's gonna go by so fast. Awesome, beautiful. I've never tried to do that before. That I can recall. That's perfect. That's what we want. Perfect. Done. It's gonna go by super fast. Which means all I have to do is just turn all the buildings on. Oh my gosh, it's gonna go so fast. We're gonna be done in like the next 15 seconds. turn all of the buildings on. Select all of them, go into edit mode, deselect everything, and then only select windows. Boop. And now with every single window selected, now I just press F. Boop. And it should fix everything. Should make everything that is connected its own face. Gonna hide. Oh, that would have been a lot faster before. I just pressed H to hide. Where were we? We were at hotel, I think. Not hotel 1. Ugh. Yeah, see, this is the kind of thing I was worried about before. Delete face. Ugh. What is happening? Did that happen from the operation that I just did? Let me check. Let me undo everything and then hotel 2. Hide all, and then hotel 2 on. Wait, hotel 2 I already did, and then I messed it up by doing that. Let's see what happens if, okay, hold on. Select. Okay, and then if I press F again, that's what happened. Okay, so the buildings I've already done, I need to not do. That's the issue, okay. So just from here down. But if I take something that's already quads, let's see. Like these are already quads. If I press F there, it's still fine. Okay. So I'm just gonna do only the problem buildings. We'll do it. We can still do it. I'm just keep doing I'm just gonna keep doing one by one. It's still fast. That building's good. That building's good. Building's good. Good. Bad. Okay, so now let's do this. Select the windows and then F them. Yep. Oh, it didn't do the bottom windows because they're not part of the window material, which is fine. I don't need all windows on anyway, so that's good. Boop. Select F. Good. This is going super fast. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Do you guys see what I'm doing? See this? I'm going into edit mode. I'm using the Windows material, selecting all with this right here. Oh, those are not windows, okay. And then pressing F to convert the selected faces into one single face. These are already good, so I don't need it. Well, those aren't good, but they're not windows technically anyway, so I don't need to worry about it. Same with this one probably. Select, yeah, don't worry about it. That one's the same, I'm guessing, yep. Good. Good. Well, someone was asking about beta testing earlier. I am still very much wanting to do the beta testing with you guys on this game. This is a problem building right here. And I've said multiple times the past few streams, like in 2 to 3 weeks. So I just need to stop saying when and just, it'll happen when it happens. Select and then F. Perfect. Those are good. Select F. Peace. This is good. We've almost fixed all of our window problems, I think we might actually be good. Because there were only like a few buildings that had problems. That's a lot of windows. Good. Same building. 7, version 3, version 4. Good. 8. Good. Means all versions should be good. 9. Good. Oh, maybe not. Select. Yeah, those are panes, so that should work. House 10. Doesn't have any. Good. House 11. Good. House 12. Good. House 13. Good. Library. Bad. Very bad. Select F for face. Fixed most of them, did not fix that big one. So what's going on here? I do the same thing, make deadline, hits nowhere near skip. All the time. He still is Lego. Yes, is this the same? Wait, hold on. Let me catch up. Here's my PFP. Did it work? Gato in stream focus? I probably won't update the PFP until I restart stream focus. XP boost. I'm just now seeing your first message. It's going very well. How are you doing? Spy, Merry Christmas. I changed it to something cool. So the only reason I even know the word OG is because of the book I'm writing. Oh yeah, how's your book going? When do you think you'll be done with it? Apparently I got no Bluetooth driver. Maybe you never used Bluetooth before. Maybe it was just your imagination, Si. We haven't seen you in like forever. Have you been streaming just at these times? Last I remember seeing you, you did some kind of... Yeah, I still do the Lego VTuber stuff. Haven't had time for it recently. I've just been doing so much work lately. But I really need to get another Lego stream in lately. I started playing that new Lego Batman game, which is a lot of fun. And I want to do that some more. Soon. Soon. But good to see you, Affixie. Thanks for being here. Yes, what Gato said. Yep, same game as before. XP boost. I thought my game was going to be released end of December last... Oh, dude, you have no idea. You have no idea. What software is this? This is Blender. So I'm using 2 softwares pretty much for this game. Unity is the game engine that I'm using. And Blender is what I use for modeling, texturing, rigging, UV, stuff like that. Mr. Jonesy, or Miss Jonesy. What are we doing again? And did my PFP change on your site? Nope, it's not going to. These buildings are from an asset pack from the Unity asset store. I'm having to edit a lot of stuff on them to make them work, but they're like 95% there. Elizabeth, what are you referring to? He updated his model to where his check makes model forms right now. Who are you talking about? I think you missed a part in your message. Can you check my PFP? Trust me. Sure, we'll go to Gato. That's awesome. Gato changed his PFP to the fish that I just made and put in the game. That's hilarious. Perfect. Gato, that's awesome. Gato's been begging me to put fish in the game, so I made him a fish in Blender. I just painted it. I made him a fish in Blender and then put it in the game. It will not stay here because this is like where the final boss fight takes place, and it's giant and right in the background. Maybe I'll make it spawn like on a very, very rare occasion, like 1 out of 1,000 times that you play the game, it might spawn and jump out of water. Hopefully my client will never see it. Find it funny you can install Blender through Steam. Can you? That's interesting. So many 3D streamers I saw have dropped off. Like there used to be so much guy and a bunch of others. Way at HUD. I haven't seen many 3D streamers. I see some coding streamers and some game design streamers, but I haven't really seen many 3D streamers. Like making 3D stuff, like modeling or rigging or anything like that. Chipping away at it, just had a convo with my therapist yesterday about why I've taken so long with it and don't dedicate nearly as much time as I want to. She goes, so why are you afraid of success? Yes. Dude, Elizabeth, when you finish that book, I am repping your book. I don't even know what it's going to be about yet. Well, you told me some like, it's like medieval fantasy it sounded like, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. But I'm totally shouting you out in my stream. I can't guarantee it's going to do a lot because, I mean, we've got, what, 15 viewers now? maybe the day that you finish and you tell me on stream that you finished, maybe just that day we'll just happen to have like 1,000 viewers because someone rated us or something, some rare occasion, and that's when I'll be able to shout you out, and then you'll get like so many book sales. That'd be awesome. Supersonic Speed, what's up? Oh, Kenji, got it. That makes sense. That makes sense. I'm dumb. I'm sorry about Kenji. That's why I asked if you helped with Mock. Got it. Yep. Hide behind a building only for those who hack the game to find. That's a good idea. I could do that too. Oh, it was so much monsters, but yeah, I don't know if you're back now because I haven't seen it in a long time. Oh yeah. I streamed. I was off for like 3 weeks because we went to the beach for like a week, and then I was working on some really busy contracts for a few weeks. So I'm back now. Yep. Yeah, I've been live streaming the game development process for this game for like the past year and a half now, and I don't plan on stopping. When I finish this game for my client, which will be in the next few weeks, it's a month tops. After I finish this game, I'm going to finish working on the LEGO game that I was working on like a year and a half, 2 years ago. And there's some other stuff that I want to create too, so yeah. Me too, also on the beach. Awesome. Supersonic Speed. Where'd you go to the beach? Well, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but because that's a little bit personal with location identifying, but if you want to share, I'm all ears. Okay, let's finish these buildings. Let's do it. Okay, we got to figure out why when I press F here. Oh. Now it works, but it didn't before when I just select window and press F. It's kind of weird. I wouldn't just... Oh, it is making it, but it's keeping... Not sure why it's keeping other geometry. Let's unselect that. Hold on. Select that, Control L. Move it. Yeah, so I'm just going to delete those faces. Yep. I wonder why I did that. That's weird. Okay, save. That building is good to go. I think we might be done. The rest of the... We've already fixed what seemed like in the render enough buildings for it to be done. 3. Pretty confident we've gotten all buildings. Famous last words. Yep. Yep. I could just do a render and check. Oh, nope. That's not good. Well, those might not even be windows. Let's see. Select. Yeah, they're not windows, so it doesn't matter. Okay. How many more we got left? Almost done. Good. 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 Surprisingly, because it had some of those arced windows. Oh, I need to fix the construction zone object too. I'll share that If we finish this today on stream, I'll share what I mean by fix the construction zone. Oh, I have another thing that I worked on off stream. I need to share with you guys too. I'll show you that right after I finish this real quick. Good. That has no windows, I don't think. Good. The SKU is good. Mother-in-law says SKU for school. That's a pretty building. All faces, all quad. Those are panes. Yes, that should work. Good. Good. All squares. Good. Bad, probably. Let's check. Yep, that will not work. F. Beautiful. Fixed. Let me check the other skyscrapers for that real quick first. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, they're separated by the pane in the middle. Okay. 4, 5. We just did that one. Almost done. And then we can party. That's the one I did, I think. University. Surprisingly, that one's good. No, it's not. I lied. That needs to be done. Beauty. Okay. Just 3 more buildings. Good. Good. And no windows, I believe. Yep. And good. Okay, we're golden. Beautiful. Now let's Alt-H. Want to unhide everything. But then we do want to hide the whole collection. Now, all the windows should work correctly. Let's save. Move you guys back over here. Now we should not see any nasty looking window lights that are not squares on any building. Yep, so even these round ones that were giving us troubles before. Dude, it's awesome. Let's go. Nice. This looks so much better than it did before. Because remember before, guys? Junction nodes. Before I made all these fixes, this is what it looked like. All lights off, all lights on. That was the only options I had. Because the way these buildings are built, all of the window panes are part of the same UV and the same material. Well, I made them part of the same material. They're part of the same UV, so you could only turn all the windows off or all the windows on. But now with this, I can randomize which window lights are on and which window lights are off. So now it's so much more realistic. It's gonna look so much better. I have this at 0.3, I believe. Good. So good. So good. Now let's give that a render. Why is this over here? Boom. Okay, here's our city. I might need to edit a little bit more because I'm still not liking all that gap. Why are we... Is our camera seeing everything? What's our clip? 10,000. We are seeing everything. Did I turn off the subtle variation, random rotation, random position? Quite what I want. 2 is correct. The 30 divide, that's how many for that value. I should be using 30 or 100. Because what this should be doing is it should be making the whole grid of buildings, instead of a grid, it should make them move that direction, but line by line. But right now, it's moving like entire chunks. And not quite. Wait. Oh, it's doing it by rings, it looks like. Like you can see a ring right here. It's moving it by rings, not by grid lines. Interesting. You can see the rings moving out, so now if I edit this... Yeah, that's not the brick-like pattern we want. Stagger position brick-like. Is it modulo? I'm just going to change the random position a little bit, but I just don't want buildings to intersect because I'm trying to get rid of the gap in between buildings. See right here? See there's a gap? So I need to edit that just like -10 maybe? Yeah, that should work. Just enough to fill the gaps, but to not intersect with each other, hopefully. Mute that node. There's a little bit of intersection, but you won't see it in the render, I don't think. Still too much gap. Could spawn more buildings in this area. No, I can't. It's already fully spawned. Cute. I could make the city more dense by increasing the vertice X count. It's probably crazy. Do like 33. Hey, that's a pretty good drop off for our purposes. I'll catch up on chat, guys, in like 30 seconds. Don't like all those spires. It's too... I'm gonna change the seed. it. See, he's only changing the bottom. Where is it? There we go. So let me change this to -2 and 2. That's not bad. I'm gonna go back to 30. I feel like it's too dense in there. That at 30. That's what I want, actually. I want that random value for the random position. Go back to... What was this for? I don't remember what this was. I'm gonna go to that random position, change the seed. Looks like I can change that one building in there. Right there. Okay, let's get a bunch of that. Brick game, not any other trademark product, yes. Dude, Hawaii? Went to Hawaii last week? No, dude, no, don't say that to me. Gosh, dude. I want to go to Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii before. My grandma says water or water. 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 My mother-in-law probably would say that occasionally too. Water. That's so cool and realistic. Wait a second. Am I committing a crime by using your artwork? No. I give you permission. There you go. Go for it. It's like a wave starting. Yep. What engine are we using to make the game? Unity, Tyler. Mr. Tyler, I use a Unity game engine. It's right here. Gato, you've seen the backdrop in game. Well, not this exact one, but you've seen a one. Got Bluetooth back on my laptop. Good job. Nice. I completely reinstall the drives from Intel site. Okay. Awesome. That's so weird. Like drives or drivers? My coffee's out, guys, which is normally bad news, but good news is there's a little bit more of coffee in the coffee pot, so I'm gonna go get some. My grandma spin she's agua. My grandma spin she's agua. I don't get it. Yeah. Oh, the updated one. Yeah. Me too. I want to see it soon. I like this. I'm still not very fond of how many of these buildings there are. There's like too many of those spire buildings. Spire, is that the right word? Guys, I'm gonna go refill my coffee. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. I promise. I'll be right back. It'll be okay. Okay. Promise it'll be okay. Be okay. Okay. I'll be right back. Don't freak out. It'll be okay. Everyone just calm down, okay? I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. For real, I'll be right back. Okay, 1 minute. Back. It's okay. We're good. Everything's good. Everything's good. Got the coffee. Can you guys see the steam? Probably not. We're good. Everything's good. We got our coffee refill. We're good. If I'm be vibing voice to everyone wants to chat. No worries, Sai. Forgot the space bar. You won't regret him. I'll tell the fish rescue you must fire. I don't know. He needs any more coffee. What? Liz says, bro, go get the coffee. Freak out, he's gone. Where is he? Going somewhere right now. Elizabeth was very quickly tired of my constant back and forth. Bro, get the coffee. I don't know when he needs some more coffee today. I'm not hyper, okay? I was just excited, okay? I was just excited. I wasn't hyper. That's hilarious, though. Okay. Like, I could put this in game. Why are there so few windows in the... Well, it's fine. It's fine because we don't need the window lights until it's nighttime, and you're not even in the section of the city at nighttime. See, look, in game. So look at this. I'm gonna zoom out. You see how the lower suburb area is on the left and the city is on the right? As the player moves from left to right, the lighting changes. See? So it's not even nighttime and dusk and dawn and all that, or not dawn, dusk, until you're in the city. So technically all these buildings here don't even matter. So, oh gosh. Okay, what did you guys do to my CPU? Okay, so I think I'm good with this. There's a few tiny things I don't like repetitive right here. This right here is like building and then a giant building with a gap. It's just not very smooth of a transition. I would like to be smoother, so I'm gonna keep playing around with these values. Not that. This. Whoa. Nope. Now we're talking. That's what I want. So oh, hey, Mike, thanks for the heart me. I just now saw that. I'm sorry. Thank you so much, Mike. Means a lot. Okay. Yeah, that's better. That's better. That's better. Yeah. Now we're getting more variation in the upper part of the city. That's good. Imagine you have the fish and there's like shiny hunts for the fish. Instead of shiny Pokemon, it's fish. I don't mind that. I think the city needs to take up a little more space. Let me export this real quick and see what it's looking like as far as like the size of the city portion, and we'll see what that looks like in game. So the way we do that is we're gonna go to shading. I want to make sure that we are not exporting lights yet. Let's render. Image, save as. City backdrop, main diffuse, RGBA, overwrite. And then city backdrop, main diffuse. Copy, paste, replace, back to game. Yeah, it feels too, like the drop off is too sudden. I feel like. Well, maybe what we can do, like once I have this separated into different layers, I can move stuff over. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it that way. See, backdrop main. Yeah, it needs to be spread out more still, I feel like. That looks good. I think that might work. Once it's split out into layers, I think it might cover us well. What's happening? We'll never go that far. It's very dense back there. I think it'll work when we've got layers. Let's go to render out layers. Let's do it. How many layers? That is the question. Okay, so right now it's all just one layer. Let's do 5 layers, which means we need to crop it. So the size of the grid is 50. We need to do it in 5 pieces. That means 10. So the size of the crop is going to be 10. And then the location needs to be -40? Is that right? Yes. And then -30? No, that's doubling up. -40, -20, that's it. -40, -20, 0, then 20, then 40. Yep, okay, so start -40. That'll render the first bit. So let's go ahead and, you know, too, Maybe we just have too many buildings on the y-axis. So what if I do this? I do this 0 for now, 50, 51. See everything. What if I change the y vertice count to a lot less? I could actually just do 5, like that. And then the city looks like absolute crap. So not quite 5, but yeah, that just feels like it looks a lot better to me, guys. Look at that. Like, look at 12 versus 32. That's just too much. That's too much. That's crazy. Like, it makes sense if you're looking at it from this view, but we're getting a side profile. So, like, obviously that would look terrible in real life. But from this view, I feel like that's the play. Because, like, too dense, like, obviously we didn't have it this way before, like, but that's just insane. The power of geometry nodes. Gotta love it. Let's see what feels good density-wise, 32. We just do half of that. Still feels a little dense. 12. I do need the city area to be denser though. Maybe I just change the seed. No. I fixed the bottom area, but now I need to fix the city. Gato. Gato has changed his name to Fish and is talking from TikTok. That's hilarious. It's crazy to compare right now at the start of the project. Oh yeah, 100%. Yes, Gato, I agree. Okay, Mr. Fish, Mr. Gato. Okay, so this before was good for the city, but it's not at the outskirts. I could, so if we look at the grid here, or not the grid, we look here, this is what we're seeing. This is the foundation of where things are spawning from. I could potentially edit the nodes to make this section of the grid denser. I can just go back to 32. And then delete more geometry from the outskirts. Like so. Yeah. So instead of 12, we keep it 32, but we just delete more from the outskirts. Gotta figure out what value that is. That right there. It's the from max. This needs to be 0 and 1. 0 and 0. Yeah, 0 and 1. Yeah, so that's like making it. Yeah, that's what I need. Let's go back to this view, keep it 32, but then change this value. Yeah, I think that might be it. It's a pretty good density. Still though, that city center. Ooh, that looks good. That looks pretty good. 0.8, change the seed. Get a good seed, get a good seed. Let's keep playing with it, keep playing with it. It's those tall buildings, dude. Gosh. Just a touch too repetitive. But if they're not on the same plane, I can... They will be. Shoot. We're getting close, guys. We're getting close. My account, please. I'm not that person. Fish and Gato, you are totally the same person. I know it's true. I know it. Maybe not, because Gato would have made that. Gato would have made his profile picture the fish profile picture that I made for him. Okay, maybe it is actually two different people. Ugh, I just want to get these layers in Unity. So tired of tweaking these values. Maybe this is good. Maybe I just need to tweak now the random position. I could also tweak the random scale a little bit, I think. To be a little bit more further away, so like 0.8 and 1.2. Yeah, maybe even 1.3, 0.7. Yeah, maybe one more. We'll go back to that. Oh yes, seed, thank you. Yes, that's what I want. That might be it. 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 Seed two. Still feel like we need a bit more buildings up there though. Change the random position real quick. Just mute this, see what we got. Yeah, no. No. What do I have to do to prove that I'm not that person? I believe you. If it was Gato, he would have posted a different PFP. I thought you were Gato, Mr. Fish, because like an hour ago on stream, well, Gato's been begging me to put fish in this game, and I haven't done it. And so he asked me to paint him one on stream. So I did it, and then I actually put it into the game. Here it is. So there was like a 30-minute segment where we were just working on this fish, and then you pop up on TikTok and your name is Fish. So I thought it was Gato over on TikTok with a fish account saying hi. And Gato's done that before. Gato has used multiple accounts to talk, and so I'm still not totally convinced. I'm like, I still like 2% of me thinks it's still Gato, but Mr. Fish, I believe you. The only thing that helps me believe that it is two different people, because if it was Gato using the fish account, then he would have used this because he changed his Twitch PFP to this fish. See this right here? He changed his PFP to the fish that I made. Bonk, 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 bonk. So I feel like if it was Gato, he would have changed it on his TikTok PFP as well. Okay. Are we good with this? Still, there's like gaps there. I don't like those gaps. What if I changed the Y just a little bit? That might be it. That might be it. Might be it. Nope. Nope. Some of these seeds are looking pretty good. I think I'm gonna go with that one. I think I'm gonna go with that one. Not fond of what we're seeing on the edge here. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna go in and manually add some stuff here to just get what I want. Because like on the edge, I really want us to be transitioning into the dock area. So I kind of want these types of buildings to be at the backdrop. So I could just manually place that real quick. I could also continue tweaking values. For over the course of all time until I get what I want. Procedurally. Ooh, that's a good C to change. 4. That one's pretty good. That one's good. Ooh, that one's really good. That one's better. Whoa. Yeah, I'll do 4. That one's good. Okay. Now I'm just going to manually place. So I want to say we want crane and silos like these factory buildings. This is a factory. Yeah, so the factory stuff. So I'm actually going to turn on just the factory buildings. Wait, I'm going to duplicate them. I'm going to take all the factory buildings, duplicate them, escape, and then move them to a new collection. It's going to be called manual buildings. And then I can turn the instance buildings back off, and then in manual buildings, let's make sure they're scaled, or let's bring them over first. Scale them down so they match the right size. Cool. And then let's just put these on the outskirts. Okay. Yeah. They're too far away. Shoot. need to change the width. I could just extend the size of the render. And probably better, because if I do this, it's going to change everything. Do you think I need to move the center of the city more over? Yeah. Like 40? Maybe even 42. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Gotta go have a great stream. Thanks, Anad. Hope you have a great day. TikTok isn't connected? No! Hey, at least I got a message. Nice. Retrying. Dude, I love to see stream focus working out. Cool. Guys, I'm sorry I haven't been seeing your messages on TikTok. Thanks for the message. Tyran, how much time are you making this game? I've been working on this on and off for the past almost 2 years, year and a half. I'm making this game for a client. It's a paid project. It's like Spider-Man map. That's cool. That's some good feedback. Yeah, Fish, what's your question? Okay, I've caught up on messages on TikTok now. Let's see if it retries and works. No live streams found. What? You guys are seeing my TikTok stream, right? Can you make me a picture of me in the game to promote my army? No, I can't do that. If it was my project, yes, I could do stuff like that, but I can't because it's a client project. I can't do that. I've not seen that error before. That's really weird. Almost dropped my coffee. What? What do you do? I forget. I do game design and visual effects. Why is that not working? Is there an issue with the API? Like there's an issue with the API. Shoot. Okay, I guess I'm going to turn off TikTok and stream focus, but I'll just make sure I check the messages in TikTok Live Studio. Okay. I don't understand YouTube live streaming. It's completely dead. It's like there's no exposure there. I don't get it. And like I have like 15,000 subs on YouTube, but we have like 1 viewer on YouTube. I don't understand. Okay, I love that city look. I think that's good. I just need to get this factory area a little more established. So I'm gonna extend the camera. Actually, I'm just gonna move the camera because like we don't even need all this over here. So I'm just gonna move it. Grab X to like right there. I'm gonna do that. And then cut off right there. Perfect. And then I can move these around where I want them. I don't want that factory sign. That looks terrible. So I'm gonna rotate Z 180. Do a little that. That's nice. That's a good transition to the port area. I like that. Feels good. Might even do this. Move it behind. Yeah, that feels good, guys. That feels really good. Okay, let's render out different layers and then get it in game. Let's do this. Okay. Okay, so crop, where's our crop? Croppity crop. Okay, size of crop, we said 10, right? 10 size crop. And the first was -40. That only needs to appear with the 0 one if we're at 0. Yeah. So let's go back to -40. Turn manual. Interesting. If TikTok is stuck in a reconnect and then I turn TikTok off, it doesn't stop. Okay, it does now. Okay, cool. I might need to work on that bug. That's a little baby issue. Okay, so let's turn the manual buildings off for this render. And then move you guys over here. Nope, it's doing it again. Shoot. Keeps retrying. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's render the front layer. And I believe everything is set. Shading. Strength is 0. So I'm gonna have to render all these twice actually. One without windows and one with windows. So this will be a process. Okay, so without windows, 0. So that should be good actually. Yep. So turn that off. Let's go ahead and render that. Take a look-see. Good. Okay. So then we're going to image, save as city backdrop main 1 diffuse. We're going to do that. We're going to name them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 related. City backdrop main 1 diffuse. RGBA. Save as image. Boop. Okay. And then we need to render with the windows on. So strength. Do we have this to set to 10? We don't want to blow it out. Let's do 2. Oh yeah, that's right. So I gotta do both. 3 render. This is just for the emission. The diffuse, emission. Oh, I have to also, I forgot, I have to turn the world off, the world rendering off for this. Yeah, there we go. Now we render, there we go. So that's the emissive shader, or the emissive for that layer. So the diffuse and then the emissive. Yeah. Okay. Image, save as, main 1, emission. And that can just be black and white. Save as image. Okay, now we just got to do that 4 more times. Empty geometry nodes. -20. That's the next layer. And then 12. Image, save as. This would be a lot faster if I just do everything one at a time. So like do the emission layer and then do the non-emission layer. So let's do it that way. So image, save as, main 2 emission, black and white, save as image, and then 0, and then make sure we turn the manual buildings on, which don't have any windows. Oh yeah, they don't. Shoot. Because they don't have the attribute unless they come from geometry nodes. Oh, there's only one factory building that has windows anyway. I'll just leave them silhouetted, that's fine. Because it's supposed to be eerie anyway, at that part of the level it's supposed to be eerie, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. Okay, so all those buildings on for the manual placement and then empty. We're still at crop 20, yep. So then let's render. I don't know why it keeps moving over to the other monitor. So that's that layer. Oh, that looks so cool. Image, save as, backdrop, main 3 emission, black and white, save. And then not -20, +20 for the backside. Yep, and then turn off the manual buildings and then render. Image, save as, 4 emission, black and white, save. And then last one, 40, F12, rendered, image, save as, layer 5, black and white, boom. Okay, all the emission layers are done. I'm actually gonna show that real quick. Okay. Here's all the emission layers. I'm just gonna scrub through them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Throw all the lights. Maybe that's a bit too many lights. I might need to decrease how many lights are on at a certain time. We'll just keep going and rendering. I called my animated, gave me a brown, what? You two are just in your own little world over on TikTok, aren't you? Okay, so let's go back to the -40, but we already did that layer for the diffuse, so let's go to -20 now. And then in shading, we we turn off, and then we turn the world back on to 1, and that should be correct. So turn manual building off. That should match up with our first render we did. Let me just double check real quick. Render 2. -40. Should match up. Shouldn't look like that. Oops. Why are the windows black? Oh, mute. That's why. Cool. Okay. And then turn that off. Empty. Now when I render, it should match up with the first one. Yep. Perfect. So we've already rendered that one, so now I just need to change this to -20. Render that. Image, save as. That's going to be city backdrop main 2 diffuse. RGBA, yes. Save as image. Beautiful. And then change this to 0. Turn the buildings on. Render. This is layer 3. Looks correct. Yep. Image, save as. Main 3 diffuse. Turn buildings off. This goes to 20. And then render. It's the back layer. This is image, save as. We're almost there, guys. Almost there. Putting it in a game in like 2 more minutes. Backdrop main 4 diffuse, save as image. Beautiful. Last one, 40, render. Image, save as. Wait, what's with those windows right there? Oh, it's seeing through to the transparency, got it. Image, wait. Image, save as. Main 5 diffuse. Save. Done. We should be done in Blender. Save. Let's get out of here and then drag those images into Unity. Copy, paste. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to make a separate material for every single one. That's a little bit of a pain. So for this backdrop main, we can do main 1, main 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on one, all right, let's go ahead and duplicate this. Where is our city backdrop main? Here it is. Let's go ahead and duplicate this. One, we're gonna duplicate it. Duplicate 3, 4, 5. Rename these 2, 3, 4, 5. And then let's just move them, give them some depth. So main 1 is gonna come up. Let me just make these numbers actually more exact. So Z will be, so let's do, Z will be 100. And level 2 will be 110. We'll do 120. 3 will be 130. 4 will be 140. 5 will be 150. So they're all split 10 meters apart, I believe that is. There's our 5 layers. Now we just need to swap out their materials and their textures. City backdrop main. Let's edit these. The base map, instead of main diffuse, it's going to be main 1 diffuse. And the emission is going to be main 1 emission. Check. Main 1 emission. Oop. And then main 2. So I'm going to turn all these on for emission. Main 2 is going to be main 2 diffuse. And main 2 emission. Main 3 material will be main 3 diffuse. And main 3 emission. Main 4 material will be main 4 diffuse image and main 4 emission image. Grab the wrong one. 4 diffuse. Okay, I gotta make those transparent first. So main 4 diffuse emission, and then main 5, last but not least, diffuse 5 emission. And then for all the diffuse textures, let's make them alpha's transparency, and then their compression to 8192. And then all the emission layers, same thing, 8192, but no transparency. Okay, so in main 1, just double check. Main 2, double check. Main 3, double check. It's about to look super cool, guys. Hang tight. Main 3, main 4, and then main 5. Cool. So those materials are all set. Now I just have to apply them to these images. Here we go. So city main drop 1, good. 2 is gonna use 2. Boom, there we go, getting some variation. Main 3 is gonna be main 3. That's the main big city one. Main 4, main 4, main 5, main 5. There we go. Our single image that we had before for the backdrop is now split into 5 different images. Look at that. So now we get a little bit of parallax even with those 2D images. You see that? Do you guys see that? Let me turn the lights off for now. Boop. Look at it. Look at it, guys. 2D images, but we've got some parallax. Freaking sweet. I feel like I want some more parallax in the tall buildings. Maybe I should split the tall buildings into 2. I think that might be a good idea. Let's see how it looks in game. Or from game view, I guess. Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of parallax back there. We need more parallax. I need to split them up more. So main 1. Let's bring it closer. Let's do 60. And then instead of every 10, we'll do every 20. So 80, no wait, sorry. 60, 80, 100, 120, 140. Right? Did I go the right direction with that? 1, 2, 3, yes, 4. Let's bring them all back. Yeah, because they're like right there. Let's bring them all back. No, not the same. Yeah, right there. Cool. Now there should be more parallax because they're more separated from each other. Yes, dude. Look at that. You guys see that? You guys see that city backdrop? It's literally 2D images, flat images, but it looks like they're 3D. It's going to save on performance massively. Turn canvas off. I definitely want some more parallax in those city buildings. For sure. And we're up in that territory, so then we're going to fade in city lights, and all we have to do for that is just code the material to turn this on. Yeah, dude, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. And then we just ramp up from 0 to like somewhere in there. That'll be it. Even like a little bit of color. Yep. Awesome. Now I just need to code that to transition with the sky system. Need to work on that city. That's a different city back there. I need to make sure our port is good. So by the time we get here and then we're down. Yeah, so you don't see the port at all. So forget that back city back there. Back the port one. I need to see, oh, I do see a little bit. Number 3, I need 3 to be like right there. Yeah. That does affect the city though, because that's part of the city. So we're at -126 and then we're -92. Let's check player again. Too fast. Yes, 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 yes. Double check the city. Which I actually needed the city moved to the right anyway, so that's good. Yep. Does the city need to be bigger back there? Oh, no, I think that's good. Let me just check the height compared to... Yeah, that's good. It matches the height of this city. Just if I look at it in orthographic mode. Yeah, that's good height for that backdrop. We're good. I just need to split it into a few more layers for sure. So let me go back into Blender. How's the backdrop look in Boss Arena? Not just asking to see fish again. I'm doing a different city for the backdrop. So I need to render that separately. Because as I mentioned on the last stream, I made this main backdrop city to match the positioning of the main city, where the main city is towards the right and then it fades out towards the left towards the suburbs in the lower area. But in this back city, it's going to be more centered, if that makes sense. So I'll have to re-render with like a different look. I could just use the same images and just reposition them. I'm going to try that first because I'd like to have less images and materials in the game if possible, just to save on performance. So let me go back into Blender real quick and separate the middle layer out, so that's 0, into a few different layers. Then we're gonna have more. Shoot. So instead of 3, I'm gonna do I want to do 3. All right, maybe we should do 2. Size of crop 5, and then wait, how many buildings are there? Layers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need to do like 3 at a time for sure. So that looks like 5. And then is it there? Yes, there to there. Pretty much 2 big grid blocks. Yeah, so that's correct. So it's -5. No. So -4 or 4.7 and then -5 and then. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, by 3, -7, and then there, and then that. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, so let's render that out, and then same with the manual buildings as well. Oh, no manual buildings yet. Okay. So, let me think about this. Render. This is going to be save as backdrop main 1 A diffuse. Yep. And then image save as main 1 B diffuse. And then back 3, that would be save as 1 C diffuse. Perfect. So then let's just go back to what we had before. I'll leave it like that. Oh, I forgot the manual buildings. Shoot. Manual buildings need to be in that one. So re-render that. 12. And they can be on one layer. I think that's fine for the manual buildings. Image, save as 1C, overwrite. There we go. And then let's do no world rendering. Go to our shader. We're doing emissive now. So that is that. I actually don't need that if world is at 0. This material, this color goes to there. Add that at strength 2. Perfect. Okay, and that gets saved as city backdrop main 1C emission, black and white, save, and then we turn manual buildings off, and then this needs to switch to first 2. There. That is 12. Image, save as. Keep switching monitors when I don't want it to. This is 1B emission, black and white, save. And then we do the front 2 there. That will be 1A emission. Black and white. Save as image. Okay, now we should be split and have some parallax in the big city buildings. Let's actually put that in the game now. Move you guys back up. So let's see. Copy. Paste. So now, okay, I'm reading TikTok. I'm sorry. Do you create your own 3D assets or contract them both? Yes, I create most of my own 3D assets. Well, for this game, so as far as this game goes, I did all of the characters myself from beginning to end, completely from scratch, except for the final boss, which I outsourced that to a subcontractor. And then the city pack, so these building models I got from a city pack from the asset store. But on all of like the visual effects projects I do for 3D animation, for like movies, TV shows, commercials and stuff, I do like 95% of that myself, and I will outsource occasionally. Mr. Mike, thanks for the question. The game is called Tooland. Well, good work on your schoolwork, Fish. Hope it goes well. Okay, let's split this middle big layer. Main 1. No, main 3. Wait, did I rename it 3 or 1? Shoot. I did it 1. Dang it. Okay. Just rename those real quick. That should be 3A, 3B, 3C, 3C, 3, 3. Okay. 3 ABC and 3 ABC. Copy and then paste. Okay. Now, for number 3, we split it into 3. Do this to be 3A, this to be 3B, this to be 3C. Okay. Main 3, A, B, C. This would be a lot cleaner if I just made a standalone shader for this. Instead of doing separate materials each time. I'll leave it like this for now, it's fine. So 3A material is going to use 3A diffuse and 3A emission. And then 3B is going to use 3B diffuse and 3B emission. 3C is going to use 3C diffuse and 3C emission. Just need to make sure that all of these are that. And the diffuses are using transparency. And then 3A, good. 3B, swap out the material over 3B. Boom. 3C, swap out the material over 3C. Boom. Now, that middle layer is split into 3, but we need to separate them still. This should be middle, and then this can be... No, not that one. There. There. Okay, now they're split. But not enough still, so I'm going to resplit all of these. I'm going to start this first one. Right there is actually a really good spot. But I'm going to change it to a better number. 80. And we're going to go 20 from there for each one. So, and they're all in order. So 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200. Awesome. Now we have this city back here, this 2D city with some good parallax, even with the tall city buildings. Yes, let's freaking go, dude. That looks awesome. Looks great. Let's turn... We can get rid of the 3s now, actually. I can get rid of just the 3 because we're not using that anymore. So we can get rid of those 2 textures. As we split 3 into letters. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, A, B, C, 4, 4, 5, 5. We can also get rid of this main diffuse because that was just one layer. We can get rid of those. Delete, delete. And then same over here too. And get rid of city main. Delete. There should be 5 of each. No, 6 of each. 6. No. Seven of each? No. Hold on. How many layers do we have? 7. Yes, 7. Right? 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 7. 7. So it'll be 7 of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 7. Cool. Beautiful. So this should be 14 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Beautiful. don't need this anymore either. Coolio, looking good. Hey, thanks for the share, Gato. Appreciate it. Can you repeat? I left for a second. Yes, I do create my own assets like 90-95% of the time. When I'm doing visual effects and 3D animation work for movies and TV shows, I make like 95% of the assets, like 95% of the time, and occasionally I'll outsource to other subcontractors. For this game in particular, I created all of the characters myself from scratch, except for the final boss, which I outsourced to another contractor. And then for the city, I got that from a city pack from the Unity asset store for this game in particular. Okay, cool. Now this backdrop city of images is split into 7 layers. Maybe a little bit overkill. I could probably combine a few of the foreground and background small buildings, but I'm really glad we have 3 layers of parallax with the city area. So that looks good. Now let's see our parallax in game. Let me turn emission off and move our character around. Look at that. It looks 3D back there, but it's not. There's an issue. You see that right there? Watch this. So that's just a sort order problem. I could solve this again a lot more cleanly if I put this city backdrop into a single shader and it was just one mesh. But for now, I'm just gonna do it like this. Okay, so sort order here should be for the material 1. Sorting priority should be 1, and this should be 2, and that should be 3. Wait, am I going reverse order? Main 1 is in the front, so that should have. I should have the highest priority. Okay. Oh, we're going backwards. Let's go backwards. So backdrop main should be 0. And then that should be -1. That should be -2. That should be -3. Should be -4. They're disappearing because of the sky, which I'll fix in a second. -5. -6. The port will be -7. And then the sky will be -8, I believe. -8. Boom, problem solved. Whoa, look at that water clipping through. Water should be I cannot not change sort order in the. Okay. I don't want to change it to advanced. Shoot. cool. Every time I see your streams notification, I get excited for the stream and click. Dude, Gato, that makes me so happy. You have no idea. It's crazy to think that there is someone out there in the world that actually likes and enjoys watching my streams. That means so much. It really does, Gato. Thank you. Okay, I gotta figure out why the water's doing that. It's a higher priority. So front one needs to have rather the furthest back one needs to be higher. No, hold on. Should I turn shadows on for these? Perceive shadows? No, not necessary. Or cast shadows on. No. Actually, that's on and then. No, there's no shadows anyway. I gotta figure out this water. So it needs to be 1. So 1 needs to be the last one. So this should be 1. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now they're above the water. Perfect. Sky, I don't think matters to the water. Yeah, sky doesn't matter. The sky I can set at 0 or just 1. Don't think that will affect any of these images. Yeah, 1. But then if I turn the city backdrop port on, I deleted the image because we need to make a new one. But for now, we will use number, or I might could use 3A and 3B, 3C. The backdrop port, let's use 3B. I don't think we'll need parallax in the backdrop city. I don't think. Let's go render one for the city back there. So let's do 0 size of crop, the whole city. And then let's just move the city back to center. Maybe not back to center, but maybe like that. So it might just be flipped. Actually, I think we need to just make it smaller. I don't know, I'm just gonna make it centered and then see what it looks like in game. Let's do that. Duplicate, center of city, port, center of city, main value. As we use that, it's gonna be 0. Okay. That's that, and that's that. Okay. And then we're just gonna render all of it. I don't need the manual buildings for that. So I'm just gonna do this. Camera, main. Duplicate that. Camera, port. Move that back on the X to 0. Then view from that camera. Perfect. Reviewing from camera port, and then render. Okay, that's our mission. I'll go ahead and save that now, I guess. Image, save as. City backdrop. Port. Emission. Black and white. Save. And then turn the world on. Move you guys. 1. Shading. To 0. Mute. That's that. Render. This is city backdrop port diffuse RGBA. Cool. We've got our images. Go back to Unity. Copy them over. Paste. Okay. Oh yeah, 100%. But we need to have something back there because without it, it does not look good. I'll show you. That's fine. Ew. To fix that. So backdrop port. So this is without it. It's just very. It just looks unfinished. It's a bad horizon. Looks a ton better with the city back there. Obviously need to fix it because that looks terrible. So for city backdrop port, we're going to be using the material city backdrop port, and then for the city backdrop port, we need to set the correct textures to port diffuse and port emission. Need to copy. Why can't I select that? Oh, that's dumb. $53.30. Wait, can I just copy that? Yes. Paste. Cool. Main diffuse emission, and then drop port is transparent, but it's not showing up for some reason. Oh, I need to, we are selected. Diffuse and emission need to be 8192. Diffuse needs to be alpha transparency. Okay, but we're not seeing it for some reason. Sort order, sort priority. Oh, because it's tiny back there. Here it is, back there. So we need to move it over a lot. Yeah. Dude, can't see it. Can't see it at all because of the fog. The fog is so strong you can't even see it. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it should be silhouetted. No, that looks so cool though. Is the fog really that strong? Or maybe it's just not close enough. Let's bring it closer. I have to bring it that close for the lights to show up? No. Like I could scale it down. Like, look at that. I think that looks cool. Move it over some. Guys. I think that's pretty sick. It's gotta be subtle. Can't be that bright. Or can it? Or can it? 3.2. Oh yeah, it's too close. You can tell that it's a small image close up. It needs to be further away. That looks good though. You can see it back there. Oh, dude, that's sick. Oh, we're super bare over right there. Super bare. Way too bare. Get some issues there. Oh yeah, so just the light. All these lights. Fake volumetric light needs to be sort priority. Okay, so that definitely needs to go back. City backdrop port needs to go back because, well, I could leave it at this distance, but just make it actually move with the character. Because I want the lights to show through. Oh no, wait, hold on. I can just say, I can make this material not be affected by fog. Pretty sure. Oh, I thought you could. Let me move it back to the good position first. Okay, so where the scale is like almost to the top of the light. Okay, so move it back super far as we can before getting outside. Then scale it up. it up. Scale it up. Let's do 500. It's a little big. And now we just need to make it ignore the fog. We'll just make the fog not as strong. Sky. No sun. Night. Fog density. 0. It makes a lot of water look better, but we lose the. That was pretty cool, but I like the fogginess. Shoot. Fog density. Can I change I can change the fog settings, but I might need to hook it up. Where's our fog? Volume. Oh, it's not that. It's sky. I think. Not that. Sky material. No. Sun. Night fog density. Ugh, shoot. Like, I like being able to see the lights on the buildings there, but I don't like we don't have enough fog. I could just make the water dimmer. Like, the distance on the city back there is much better now. That looks good. To make the water go back further. I think it's just how bright the water is maybe now. Okay, Rampage, you need to turn off water. Let me turn Rampage off. Also turn cutscenes off. We don't need that. And turn the fish off. Okay. Water. Color. Horizon. Whoa. I'm gonna undo all of that first. What did we have on the fog before? It was 0.017, pretty sure. Yeah. Let's make the water go all the way back. Yep. Good. Now we won't see any holes. Oh, the fish. Stupid fish. I'm getting a sort issue back there, that line. Nice. Okay. Fading, blending, all that's perfect. Love it. I just need to get the lights in here somehow. And I thought that you could make materials ignore fog, like not be affected by fog. Is it the... Nope. I need to check what our... where's the fog setting? Sun... Fog... What is happening? What is happening? Okay, can I just drag this, please? Okay. Okay. Day, night, let's see, fog density. So it is the skybox. Sky. using it. We shouldn't be. Shader graph sky. Changes settings, toggle skybox lighting. Renders. Okay, render settings, ambient mode, render settings. Okay. No TikTok, I don't want to end my stream. Just because your window's not active does not mean I want to end my stream. So ridiculous. Okay. Render settings. Settings, render. Where is render settings ambient mode? What the heck? Here's what I want. Yep, there we go. Gosh darn it. Took way too long. Okay. So the environment, skybox, yes, we're using skybox, sun, the environment lighting source gradient instead of skybox. Yes, that's what that value is changing. There we go. It's been a while. So canvas, turn on. That switches that over. Yep, that's just heavier rendering, which we're not using in game. Okay. Off, gradient, good. Intensity multiplier, good. That one, fog. Color, mode, and density is what we're changing. And all we can change is exponential squared. Exponential. Now we can actually see the light sum. And linear. Might want to use linear. And yeah. Start. I need to read up on these. Fog mode. Unity environment. Because the place that I want fog to still look really good is mainly the metro area. That's the whole reason we added fog in the first place. So Unity environment settings, fog mode. Okay, you're not helping me, Unity. I need some documentation on this. Okay, well, here's what the Google says. So exponential squared is what I have it on. Density increases as the square of the distance, which creates a thicker, more realistic drop-off close to the ground. Exponentially, the fog density increases exponentially with distance. The fog starts at a specific distance from the camera. It really becomes fully dense at a second designated distance. So I want the lights in the background to be seen. I need to use linear or exponential. I would just do linear, but it doesn't look like... Negative 200? Does that look like it matches? Linear. No, that doesn't match at all. Exponential squared looks so good because it gets denser the further away it is, and that's realistic to fog. I can see the lights back there, but it's not very... Maybe I just need to change the density. Mm. Sky. No, not sky. Sun. Sun for night. Fog density. Not changing anything. Oh, because there is no density setting on linear. Okay, so I don't think we can use linear. Exponential squared versus exponential. That's better. Like, I can vaguely see it. Might be enough to make the light super bright and then see it. Let's check it out. Port. Emission. Yeah, okay, awesome. Cool. I'm good with that. I just want to make sure the fog looks good all the other places too if I switch to exponential. So let's move to different areas of the level. Let's see what we get. Especially the metro. That's what I'm mostly worried about. Need some buttons. Exponential squared. Yeah, it only barely changes the foreground. Yeah, looks good here. Let's keep going. That looks good. That city back there, dude, man. Yeah. Exponential does make it a little bit hazier in the foreground. Squared is a little clearer in the foreground. Shoot. Okay, let's move the player. To the beginning of the level. Oh yeah, there's too much fog in here. Shoot, dude. I can just tell right now. Exponential squared. Gosh darn it, dude. I could do less density. Yeah, so just decrease the density at each spot. Is that gonna affect the end nighttime though? Let me check. So before it was there, now it's there. Then decrease density. Decrease density. Exponential. So maybe cut density by Let's go check out the metro. I can adjust the densities in the other sections, but it's really the metro I want to check out. So let's go do that. Player X. Let's take him underground. Because I had the metro area looking super good. Okay. And then sun in metro. Okay, there we are. So that's our look, except it was exponential squared before. So this was our look, dude. So we can do exponential, but then change density to 1. Yeah, it looks the same. Close enough. And you guys say that looks the same? Yay? Nay? Get us back, what's up? Yes, let's do that. Let's keep it on exponential. And just adjust the densities for each section. So that's good for metro. And then let's put him up in the day. Not in metro. In day fog density, 0.005, but with exponential squared. Notice we had even less fog here. I like that level actually. It's a touch too much fog, actually. Yeah, that's what it was before. So exponential and then 3. Okay, so it was that. So let's do exponential and then 3. Undo, just A-B it. This is before, after, before, after, before. A bit too much fog. Let's make it 0.02. Yep, that's it. Yep, okay. And let's move the player along. Good. Then we get up into evening territory. This fog is going to be too dense. Let's peek right in here. This is... Hey, Dev, thanks for the follow. It means a lot. Dev Sprite. So we need to adjust the sun density for evening. Before it was exponential squared. Now we are exponential, so a little less. Exponential, and then 0.1, maybe. Foreground looks good. This is actually looking better altogether, because look at this. It's like this is what we had before, exponential squared, and look at this area right here. These building layers, these 2D building layers back there, they're all at the same. They'll have the same fog level, but then when we switch to our new system, now these 2D fog layers have a little bit more difference in their color, which looks a lot better. So yeah, I'm liking this. I'm liking exponential better than exponential squared. And it solves our problems, which is nice. Beautiful. So is that a good density for the evening fog density? I think I want to say yes. The foreground still matches from before, but the background looks a bit better. Yep. Okay, and then the last but not least is the nighttime, which I think I already adjusted. Yeah, evening, and then night. We're fully night at this point. Looks so good, dude. So good. Select the sun. Night intensity 0.015. Yep. So before we were at exponential squared and 0.017. Now we are exponential and 5. Yep, that looks so much better. Might have a little bit too much fog in the foreground still. Maybe not. I think I'll just put this to 1.3. Yeah, 1.3. And then we'll make those background lights not so emissive. So port, city background, port. Emissive, bring intensity down to like 4.5. Beautiful. Now our fog is reworked throughout the whole game. Everything looks good. We've got that city in the background with the lights on. Love it, love it, love it. Looking good. Nice. I want that backdrop city to be a lot more full, so I'm actually gonna change that now. I'm gonna go back to Blender. With this version that we had, geometry nodes, instead of just changing the center of the city, I'm also going to change the size of the tall buildings, and I forget which value that is. This is create grid, no, sort building by size. Instance buildings on grid, tallest, middle, shortest out. So I'm going to change this value. That's too much. want to change the size. Let's see here. I definitely don't want that. And I don't want it in the front and back either. I don't want it expanding in a circle. What if I move it? Yeah, I'm gonna move it to the front. So I'm gonna move Y. Center of city port X. Center of city port Y. And then that's gonna do. Wait, it's Y, right? Not Z. Yeah. Do that. Yep. Yes, that's much better. A lot better. And then I can change. Is it this value? No, that. Yeah, that's kind of what I want. Yes, that's what I want. Okay, awesome. Okay, cool. I just need to save what we have for the main city. And so let's see. Value. This is gonna be main city. Should I call these city main and city port? Okay. City main. What exactly is this value? City main. This was 1. We're going to duplicate that and then call this city port tall buildings amount. That's going to be, we said 0.5. Yep. Okay. Okie dokie dokie dokie. And then we're going to change this value. That is what I want. Sort of. That should be good. I need to make sure. I should just make 2 different cities. One is muted, okay. Boop. Maybe just the random scale. I'll edit that. Take vector. No. I'm muted, dude. Micah, thank you so much. Can't believe I was muted that whole time. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. Guys, I'm going to end stream. It is 2:30 p.m. for me, and I have not eaten lunch yet. I've just been in the zone, so I need to go and eat lunch quick before it's dinner time. But thanks again, Mr. Mark, Mr. Chaotic, Cyanide for the subs, and Sky and Mike for the gifts. It means a lot, guys. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the shares. And again, Micah, thank you so much for letting me know I was muted. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. But yeah, thanks guys. We got the city backdrop mostly done. Everything's here. Got these different layers, 2D layers. Everything looks good. And the only thing I'm adjusting now is just the look of the city back here. It's right. It's very centered, so I'm going to spread it out more. So it's more like a city distance, landscape horizon type thing. Spread out more. So I'm gonna do that off stream, finish that up, and we'll be good on city backdrop. Thanks again, guys. I'll see you later. I was wondering why we're so quiet. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I don't think I was muted for too long. I think the only thing I said when I was muted was how you guys are doing, but I guess that's all null and void. Bye, guys. Thanks for being here today. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.